How do you handle one of boxing's pound-for-pound kings being hospitalized without warning after preparing for a fight that would leave a lasting impression? It's no longer just a fighting match. Terrence is this way, but Crawford, who is the most famous person in the sport, was caught off guard during his routine. And Gervonta Tank Davis, who seems to be losing control, made a Fight Week news conference a mess.
No, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. If you don't know me as a person, let's say you don't like me. You don't know me. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. If everybody that's including Will, I mean, Will. Fuck.
Same question for you. You're a proud father.
Now that Bud is home from the hospital, he finally speaks up. And what he says changes everything. Now let's begin. At the Canelo vs. Crawford press meeting, where emotions were already running high, the trouble happened behind the scenes. Tank didn't even plan this event. It was normal for Tank to enjoy chaos, but he had no business being there. People who were there said Tank ran into Crawford as Crawford was leaving the stage to take a break. That area wasn't being watched by any government cameras, but it was very busy. People from Crawford's team, Canelo's team, and even the event staff saw it live.
Last one, because Shakur just came through. Talk to me about your relationship. You look like you was in a fight today. What?
It's hot in here. You know what I mean? So it's cool, man.
I mean, bringing him to this fight, getting him ready mentally, if not.
Sources say that words were traded, and things quickly got personal. Before anyone could do anything, Tank hit Crawford with a clean punch, safety cane, quickly, but the damage had already been done. After being checked out by doctors and sent to the hospital for further evaluation, Crawford was clearly shaken. Someone asked the same thing on Twitter after that one punch sent shockwaves through the sport. Why would Tank risk his life again? This is where things get really bad. As he lay in a hospital bed, Crawford didn't sound scared. He didn't sound broken. He seemed very serious. He is said to have said, "This doesn't stop anything. Canelo and I are still fighting. Tank is just a distraction." That remark alone shows what kind of mental state Crawford is in. It will be the most important fight of his career when he fights Canelo Alvarez. That won't be taken away from him by any cheap shot from behind the scenes. But clearly doesn't care about Tank because he ignored him like an annoying fly.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality.
Come back with me. The whole thing started when Tank, in his usual cocky way, said that he could easily beat Crawford if he put on weight. That comment was clearly rude to Bud, a boxer who has ruled several weight classes and won the undisputed title at 147 pounds.
47. How does a fight with you and Terrence Crawford look?
147? I tap that chin, you know he going to sleep.
I already know. I already know he
ain't
is.
got no chin.
I already know he is.
You said no chin.
I got round 5.
Got round 6.
But responded by saying bad things about Tank's resume and casting question on how competitive he really was.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
Nah, ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
Not even entertaining a catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right,
I'll welcome him.
Crawford said something about Tank's absence during the event that was meant to be a subtle message that he thinks he is on a higher level. Crawford wasn't going to let Tank take the spotlight, so Tank fought back by using his fame and wealth to back up his claims. The time of this beef is crazy. After saying he would quit in 2025, Tank only has 2 years to make his mark on boxing history.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
As Tank's career comes to an end, the boxing world is clamoring for big fights. A fight with Crawford would be the perfect way to say goodbye. Fans will always remember the fight between two famous people.
Retiring.
Are you losing the love?
What changed? What made you? This is trash, garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
I'm out of it.
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Fed up with the whole
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like say you got to walk today.
Crawford isn't sure, though, and he has good reasons, even though Tank really wants to fight.
Tank gave a little prediction on the fight, talked about Errol has a metal shield and you have a glass shield. You talked about the punch resistance. What do you think of Tank's assessment, man?
Don't see it. Don't see it.
Could he get it in the future?
Too little.
I mean, you came up from 35, right?
He ain't fighting no real guys at 47.
Everyone's talking about Errol fighting the winner of Canelo and Jamel. Could you ever do that? That's too much weight? Or?
What, 168?
Yeah.
I ain't going up there. Right. So you got Canelo winning then, right? Then definitely. If he fighting at 168, definitely.
But Crawford didn't say no either. Tank will take on a challenger who is ready to step up to his weight class.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and daring to be great.
You would fight him,
man. Tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow, man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
I don't know.
Let's tell the truth. These days, Tank Davis doesn't seem like himself. People are starting to say that after his time in prison, all the trouble with the law, and his bad showing against Lamont Roach, there are cracks in the tank.
Tank did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. They would have countered it, would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He seemed a little distracted in the fight.
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids, and I had the same thing. I went through the same shit. When I fought Andre, that shit burning my eyes, so I cut that off.
He wants attention more than he wants to make amends. He is going to news conferences for other boxes. He's going to be caught. He says that Jake Paul is fighting over money. All of it except focused on the best boxes.
After Canelo, obviously, didn't materialize, was the next one Tank?
Yeah, I mean, that was on the 1 yard line as well, but he has to rematch, Lamont Roach. He wants to get that back. And then we'll be back in discussions with Mr. Gervonta. But, man, this is the nature of boxing. You have massive fights on the 1 yard line and things just fall through.
As you're watching it, like, he was a gigantic favorite, and this is on the heels of the Canelo thing. Are you like, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know, though, because I never really thought Tank was that good. It would just take the right fighter to pick him apart, to be honest. Someone who had high activity and wasn't afraid of his power. So I always saw so many holes in his game. So to me, it wasn't that surprising that someone finally gave him some good work.
If you do fight, what weight would it be at?
195.
Oh, wow. So he would go all the way from 40 to 95?
Yeah, I mean, it would be an exhibition.
Okay. And so what does that mean? Is that 3-minute rounds?
Yeah, 10 3-minute rounds.
And when you say exhibition, like, what are the restrictions on that?
No restrictions, just the fact that like we couldn't actually get it professionally sanctioned.
Okay. Is that still of interest to you? Like if he wins the rematch and you beat Julio, is that of great interest to you later this year?
For sure.
Now, instead of the ring or the lights, he puts his hands on Crawford in a backstage hallway. That Tank didn't make anyone fall in love. Everyone was knocked out by Floyd Mayweather's hype machine, which was on the back of the Tank. Tank looks lost in this version.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up. Shoes off. Get the bag. Put a plaque up. He done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something sort, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
Besides that, Floyd has made it clear which side he supports. Besides that, he's not dancing with Tank anymore. Floyd made it very clear. Tank looked down on Crawford's family. And Money Mayweather can't back that up. That must be painful now. The man who has helped you with your job is suddenly going against you. Don't forget that Floyd Mayweather is the reason why Gervonta Davis is where he is now. This is the truth. That Tank is probably very scared of. It's not even like Crawford needs him. Buds was focused on Canelo, the biggest star in boxing, and a fight that would change his image forever. Think about it. At 147, Crawford was already won. He beat Errol Spence easily and is now going up against the most famous boxer in Mexico. This fight is about more than just belts. The point is to show who really is the pound-for-pound king or queen. Crawford told the press that Tank wouldn't be able to take his attention away from this. Canelo is much better than Tank, so Tank doesn't matter. This is the truth. Tank doesn't look like much when stacked up against Canelo because he is smaller than Crawford. Even though the other player is naturally bigger, Crawford is already making a lot of progress. Tank is trying to fit in with that group. What's going on doesn't seem fair. It looks like a recipe for failure.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older.
And
he does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo going?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
It's not always important to be big in fighting, but at the very top levels, it is. Although Crawford is smart and quick enough to fight Canelo, he will face a bigger, stronger opponent who can put pressure on him and wear him down.
Terrence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terrence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terrence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses either. Terrence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. So I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terrence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, Yeah, I can make 160.
Remember that the fight between Canelo and Crawford is already getting very exciting. During his news conferences, Canelo has made it clear that he doesn't like Crawford's size advantage or the idea that Bud can just move up and take over his titles
him anymore, because he say I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that, and then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So, and he tried to he walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off. He pissed me off.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be almost the same.
Live only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Crawford has been responding with confidence, pointing to his perfect record and the fact that he has won every division he has played in.
On the streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Y'all know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it. On the streets, I'm me against anybody. I ain't never gonna say another man gonna whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terrence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different, no? It's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
That's not a surprise that Tank showed up at that time. It was clear to him that there were cameras around. He knew this was a big night for Crawford. He might have wanted to stop the party because of that.
Going up those weight classes to face him, how can you convince fans that he can beat Canelo?
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter. But, bro, I would say smaller fighters are always better than bigger fighters because, they're smaller, they know how to move and things like that. But this guy is great at what he do. He got, and another thing, bro, I don't be wanting to, how these guys is, then you get hurt against,
Magimov? There you talking about
Gamboa.
Talking about Magimov? Is that what you said?
No, he got clipped by Gamboa, right? Right? How the fuck is he's looking this strong over the past year? These years. He ain't been getting clipped or nothing. So that's that snack shit. I'm telling you. Y'all laugh. I'm always.
No detail. Open up.
And that guy that a part of it, he been caught. He went to jail for it.
Talking about Victor Conte.
He went to jail, right?
Victor Conte.
Yeah. And he the owner of the snack shit, right? Yeah. And he went to jail for it. Now it's like,
it's all over.
You see Earl, I don't want to throw him out of the bus, but you see Earl said some things like that, about the people in the steroids, but he don't want to say no names, but come on, bro.
Of course, one name keeps coming up in the middle of all this mess: Mark Stevenson. Shocker, because, let's be honest, shocker is the fight if Tank really wanted to smoke and shut up his critics. While Tank ducks and dodges, Shocker has been calling Tank names all the time, basically begging for a fight. Shocker was so shocked that he couldn't believe Tank was making fun of Jake Paul instead of fighting. One thing is clear from the whole situation: Tank is about to do something big. Either he takes things seriously and shows everyone why he was once feared, or he keeps chasing clout and quick paydays around and around.
You saying he fighting for the money. You ain't saying Mayweather the promotion trying to make the most money off of Tank possible. You saying he fighting for the money.
If he said he went in there 0 times and requested the big fights, obviously he don't really care about the big fights. He just want to get the money, in which he's doing a good job at.
I mean, maybe he just let his team, come up with who they think should be next for him, and maybe that's why he hasn't gone in there. Because anytime we see him, hear him after a fight, well, got to sit down with Calvin and the team and Floyd and London, and they gonna come up with whatever's.
That's the end of today's movie. To make sure you don't miss any of our next movies, please hit the bell button, subscribe, and like if you liked it. Also, don't forget to leave a message with your thoughts. Come back again, and we'll see you at the next.